Welcome to Forbidden Facts 101, the place where the hidden meets the undeniable. From bizarre history and suppressed science to corporate secrets and unsettling truths they never taught you in school, we uncover the facts they don't want you to know. No clickbait, no fluff, just real, verified knowledge that challenges what you thought you knew and makes you question everything. If you like your facts a little too real, you're in the right place. Like and subscribe. For nearly 25 years, we have been force-fed the official story of 9/11. The narrative goes like this. A group of known al-Qaeda terrorists, despite repeated encounters with the FBI, the CIA, and foreign intel, somehow slipped through the cracks. The government, we were told, failed because the right information never made it to the right people. It was an honest mistake, a failure of coordination, a tragedy of the zone defense. But today, we're presenting evidence gathered from CIA officers, FBI agents, and thousands of pages of documents that proves that story is a calculated lie. The truth is, the failure to protect this country on September 11th wasn't a mistake. It was the consequence of a delusional grand plan by the CIA to run its own operation, a plan that transformed the United States forever. The first step to understanding the cover-up is recognizing the initial intelligence success. The FBI did have the information it needed. Former FBI agent Mark Rossini, who worked at Alex Station, the CIA's bin Laden unit, from 1999 to 2003, confirms that before 9/11, sources inside al-Qaeda were virtually non-existent. Most intelligence relied on communication intercepts, including the crucial Hada Home Switchboard in Sana'a, Yemen, used by bin Laden and his associates. How did the FBI get the number for this critical hub? It came after the 1998 embassy bombings in East Africa. Special Agent John Antisef secured the information from captured perpetrator Daoud al-Awali. By talking to him like a human being, Antisef got al-Awali to reveal the number of the al-Qaeda switchboard in Sana'a. It was through monitoring the Hada home that the CIA and NSA learned that Khalid al-Mihdhar, a future 9/11 hijacker, was traveling from Yemen to Dubai and then onward to a terror summit in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, around January 5, 2000. The CIA and NSA knew everything: al-Mihdhar's travel information, his passport number, and even which seat he was taking. In Dubai, the CIA arranged for al-Mihdhar's room to be searched. They photocopied his passport and sent the imagery back to headquarters. What did they discover? Al-Mihdhar held a visa to enter the United States of America. According to a recently released court filing, these visas were issued to facilitate an operation run by the Saudis and the CIA spying operation. And who was the station chief at Riyadh at the time, operating near the American consulate in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, the consulate where the vast majority of the 9/11 hijackers received their visas? It was John Brennan, the future CIA director. The CIA continued tracking al-Mihdhar to the terror summit in Kuala Lumpur, where he met with a second future hijacker, Nawaf al-Hazmi. This information, detailing the meeting, the passport photocopy, and the U.S. visa, was sent in a cable directly to CIA headquarters. That crucial cable detailing the Kuala Lumpur meeting and the U.S. visa landed on the computer screens of FBI agents Mark Rossini and Special Agent Doug Miller at Alex Station. Doug Miller wrote a Central Intelligence report informing the FBI. But when Rossini asked CIA analyst Michael Ann Casey to push the report forward, she refused. She stated it was not an FBI matter, but a CIA matter, and that they would tell the FBI only if and when they chose to. Rossini was ordered to keep silent. The CIA was blocking the FBI from knowing that two known al-Qaeda terrorists were moving towards American soil. Why would they hide such a highly relevant and dangerous fact? According to former White House counterterrorism czar Richard Clarke, the CIA was running a false flag operation to recruit the hijackers. Former CIA counterterrorism head Cofer Black was allegedly aghast at the lack of sources in al-Qaeda and decided to try to develop them. This was the grand risk, the fantastical delusion that led to disaster. The CIA believed they could recruit Khalid al-Mihdhar and Nawaf al-Hazmi, and to protect this operation, they actively told agents like Rossini and Miller to shut the fuck up and kept the FBI at bay. They failed in their duty to protect Americans because of this delusion. On January 8, 2000, al-Mihdhar and Nawaf al-Hazmi boarded a flight to Bangkok, Thailand, and 3 months later, they arrived in Los Angeles on a United Airlines flight. They didn't try to hide, they used their real names, and al-Hazmi's name, address, and home phone number were even listed in the San Diego phone book. Because the CIA was forbidden from engaging in domestic spying before 9/11, they used a workaround: Saudi intelligence. The CIA utilized the Saudi General Intelligence Directorate and their operative, Omar al-Bayoumi, to gather intelligence on the terrorists. Al-Bayoumi was, for all intents and purposes, an employee of the Saudi Arabian embassy. He held a no-show job at a Saudi aviation contractor called AFCO. Crucially, he was receiving substantial sums of money from the Saudi embassy via accounts at Riggs Bank belonging to Haifa bin Faisal, the wife of the Saudi ambassador. Al-Bayoumi convinced the hijackers to move to San Diego. He helped them find an apartment, co-signed the lease, paid their first month's rent, secured their bank accounts and driver's licenses, and introduced them to radical Muslims in the area. By using the Saudis as a proxy, the CIA gave itself cover. If things went wrong, they could push a narrative that blamed the Saudi government. Despite knowing al-Mihdhar was involved in the USS Cole bombing that killed 17 soldiers, the CIA continued to block the FBI. In July 2001, just days before al-Mihdhar re-entered the U.S. at JFK Airport, which he was allowed to do because he held a multi-visit visa, the FBI and CIA held a joint meeting. An FBI agent was shown a photo of al-Mihdhar at the Kuala Lumpur summit and asked the CIA who he was, but the CIA refused to tell them. It wasn't until August 2001, too late, that the CIA finally alerted the FBI. This isn't just one agent's testimony. Another anonymous FBI agent told investigators that they believed the CIA's operation had spun out of control, and the CIA only provided limited information to locate the hijackers without revealing the true nature or extent of their operation. But the greatest scandal is the cover-up. The official 9/11 report, sold as the definitive account, did not address the CIA's plan to recruit the hijackers. The